Day two of the championships looks to be an exciting affair, and the stable has a strong hand across the card. Starting with the $2 million Sydney Cup, you have three exciting chances. Serpentine looks to be in the best form of his career and has enjoyed back-to-back wins at listed and Group 3 level. Military Mission was just over 2 lengths behind the winner in the Group 1 Tankard Stakes a fortnight ago, and he'll enjoy the step up and trip to 3,200 metres. Major Beale ran his heart out in the listed Roy Higgins at his last start and looks to have taken significant improvement. How do you rate their chances?
Yeah, all in excellent order. Very pleased with their respective lead-ups. As you mentioned, Serpentine seems to be in his career best form. He just looks excellent. He's thriving at present. Military Mission's been very good at weight for age level, so dropping back to the handicap conditions and the trip over the 3,200 metres. I thought he ran it out very well in the Melbourne Cup last season, so this time around he'll certainly be more seasoned for that, as will Major Beale for the preparation, the lead up that he's had, coming through a different form lines in Melbourne, but certainly expect them to stand up.
Osmos gave us all such a huge thrill when winning the Group 3 Epona Stakes at Rosehill 3 weeks ago. She steps up to Group 1 level in the Coolmore Legacy over a mile, where she will jump from barrier 11 with Tim Clark in the saddle. Do you feel she's ready to take on this field of seasoned Group 1 fillies and mares?
Yeah, she's a very seasoned mare herself. I think she's got a good record over the mile. Some of her best form in Europe prior to coming us was over that distance. A strong Randwick mile, I think, will no doubt suit. She's had the benefit of a good conditioning run over the 1,900 metres. So stepping back, I don't see it being an issue. Certainly with the addition of the blinkers back on, she was very good first up over the mile, and I think she's shown nice improvement since then.
Tropical Squall will also line up in the Group 1 Coolmore Legacy with Adam Hieronymus in the saddle. She ran a super race at Randwick 4 weeks ago and looks terrific at present. Do you think she'll appreciate the step up to a mile for her third outing this preparation?
Yeah, I think she's in great shape. She's got a good record at Randwick, and she should really appreciate the mile distance. Her first attempt at weight for age level, taking on the older mares, but I did think she was excellent under the handicap conditions against the older horses when not beaten far in the Coolmore handicap. She's in good shape and will certainly take some catching.
You have 3 live chances in the Group 2 Hour Field Sprint. Red Resistance was frustratingly scratched at the barriers at his last start, but this has enabled you to freshen him up nicely, which could prove to be to his advantage. The instructor is in fantastic shape ahead of his return on Saturday. He's thriving at present and looks to be firing on all cylinders ahead of his first up run. The novelist ran a terrific race first up when showing plenty of tactical speed after his long layoff. He battled on gamely under pressure and wasn't beaten far off the line. Talk us through their chances.
Yeah, Red Resistance just needs a few things to fall his way, which unfortunately haven't at his last couple of runs. But he seems well in himself. He's had a nice jump out at home in between just to keep his fitness levels up to the mark. He's well and truly got the ability to be competitive here. The instructor's first up, but his trials leading to this have been excellent. He appears really well. Does going to have to take a step up on the form that he's shown previously, but I do feel he's been working well and capable of mixing it with these horses. Now the novelist was very brave off a very long layoff. First up, he led up at a very strong tempo, and I thought he stuck on really well. So I'm sure he's only open to improvement with that added fitness. So he'll look to adopt the same tactics and will certainly give them something to catch.
Our Group 1 Golden Slipper winner, Lady of Camelot, will line up in the Group 2 Percy Sykes Stakes over 1,200 metres with Blake Shin booked to ride. She remains in terrific shape ahead of this intended assignment, and we're very excited to see her step out on Saturday for Sir Owen Glenn of Go Bloodstock.
Yeah, she's in really good order. She's come through the Golden Slipper in good shape. She's going to have to give away a little bit of weight here, but she's obviously the class filly of the field. She's in terrific shape, and hopefully she can continue her winning streak.
Tarn Lizzy is the stable's second contender in the Percy Sykes. She came third in the Group 2 Riesling Stakes at her last start, getting some very important black type for Watership Down stud, and put in a winning trial performance since then. Could she give Lady of Camelot a run for her money on Saturday?
She's a filly that continues to keep improving every time that we see her step out. So that's certainly very, very encouraging. Her trial at Newcastle, she looked to do everything right. In her most recent run, I thought she stuck on very, very well. I'm sure there's a lot of improvement off the back of that run. So she's proven at the grade. She's got good tactical speed, and I think she's certainly in the mix.
Butch Cassidy and Kaizad will look to add the listed South Pacific Stakes to their name for James Harron and Blue Bloods respectively. Butch Cassidy ran a solid race first up in the St. Kingdom Stakes and will take huge benefit from having the run under his belt. Kaizad will relish the step up and trip to 1400 metres and should give his owner something to cheer about on Saturday.
Yeah, most certainly. Both horses are going to be suited by stepping up to the 1400 metres. Butch Cassidy ran well against the older horses. He's stepping back to 3-year-old company here and up to 1400 metres, so that's ideal for him. Kaizad traditionally improves second up with the run, so I think we've seen that in his work. He'll be fitter come Saturday, and no doubt the 1400 metres and potentially further late in the carnival will suit.
Killcare Beach Girl and the 300 are both in great order ahead of the listed Fernhill handicap. Killcare Beach Girl broke her maiden at the first time of asking for John Singleton, and the 300 will hope to go one better than his last start to break his maiden for Trilogy and Connections.
Yeah, interesting race for both these horses. Killcare Beach Girl only had a second start here, stepping straight up to the mile, which is potentially a bit of an ask for her, but she was very courageous there first up over the distance. It was obviously short of her best. She travelled out of her comfort zone and was still too strong late, so there's certainly improvement there. The 300s needs a bit of luck. He needs the right conditions on the day, needs a nice firm track, which we're continuing to see improvement from, and no doubt the step up to the mile is going to be of great benefit to him.
Harvest Moon has taken the journey to Morpheville in her stride ahead of the Group 3 Aurora Stakes. She ran a solid race second up over 1400 metres and wasn't beaten far, but she's simply looking for further. She rises significantly in grade to a stakes race here, but importantly it's against her own age and sex, and we feel she's open to plenty of improvement third up.
Yeah, this is the race that we've had on in mind for a long time. A couple of nice races for the 3-year-old fillies getting out in trip. She's proven that that's what she needs going forward. I thought she stuck on well there last start. Just couldn't quicken when they sprinted late. But she's very encouraging the way she's settling in her work, the way she's travelling. So I do think we can see some nice improvement.
Moving to Newcastle, Fling will look to break her maiden at the first time of asking for Waikato Stud over 1200 metres. Are you happy with the progress of this daughter of Tavachi that she's made this preparation?
Yeah, most certainly. First up here, I think she's going to show some nice improvement for us. Potentially going to appreciate getting out a little bit further in time. But I feel she's taking certainly a bit of quality there. Her trial's been excellent. Her work's shown some nice improvement from there. So it's an ideal starting point for her.
Justice Served ran an excellent race on debut over a trip that we feel will prove to be short of his best. We expect him to relish the rise in distance to 1500 metres in the Super Maiden handicap, and the slightly steadier tempo of this longer race should enable him to get into a better rhythm.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's the key for him. He was excellent first up. I thought he was very, very brave. Just showed a little bit of greenness there in the straight. Just wandered around there slightly late, but I think now he seems that little bit more switched on for the run, and no doubt stepping out to a better distance is going to suit him much better. So with that, I think he's trained on and shown good improvement. He should be a good chance.